back to my channel. It's Andrea. Today I have my 7th, I believe, update for Pan Those Eyeshadows, which was created by Alexy, who I always have linked down below, and yada yada yada. So I am working on 5 shades at a time, and I don't technically have any bonus pans, but I have a bonus empty eyeshadow. This is a depotted shadow for my Revolution Emily Edit The Wants. This is in the shade The Cream, and I have completely finished this up. So this is my 2nd finished eyeshadow for the year. Pretty exciting, if I do say so myself. But other than that, no bonus pans. It's just been a weird, I don't know what's up with my hair, a weird panning month. So I'm just gonna get into doing my update and going through some updated numbers and all for you, and then we get to pick some new shades, which I'm very excited about. So I always like to go from the least amount used in the month to the most amount most times. I've worded that weirdly, but you get what I'm saying. So the first shade that I only used 2 times comes from my Nomad Cartagena Mágica palette. I was working on this shade Perseguir Sueños, and as you can hopefully see, the reason I only used it 2 times is because I have some nice shiny pan right there. So that took me 25 uses to hit pan, and I've used it a total of 26 times in this project. So this is the first shade that will be rolling out. Before I forget, I'll give you a little swatch. I mainly use this as an inner corner highlight. Like, I think once or twice I might have used it on my lid more as like a topper shadow, but for the most part it was just an inner corner highlight for me. The next shade that I've only used 3 times this past month comes from my singles collection. It is this Copacetic Cosmetics single in Serotonin right there. So I've used it 3 times this past month for a total of 6 times. You can kind of see the surface is disturbed, but I think going into fall, I'm going to get more use out of this shadow. But there is that one. It's really pretty. I actually like either buffing it out in my crease or using it as an outer corner shadow, like for days when I don't want something super dark in my outer corner, and it's just, it buffs out so nicely and it still keeps that like duochrominess, and it's just a really beautiful shadow, and I am hoping that I get to use it a little bit more this coming up month. Next is a shadow that I rolled in last month, which comes from my Juvia's Place, the Festival palette, and I rolled in this mustardy yellow shade right here in the Oro. I've used it 7 times, but it doesn't really look like it. These Juvia's Place mattes especially, like these pans aren't super deep. You can see I have a pan over here in Uli. Like, it's not super deep, but the mattes are pretty firmly pressed and they're very pigmented. So this is definitely going to be like a 30 user and getting rolled out. I'm not gonna hit pan on this. I already know that. Was not the best swatch, but there it is under. I mean, it's basically the color of my shirt, so. And then next is the good old green in my Juvia's Place Zulu palette. I used this 10 times, so I've used this a total of 23 times, and you can see there's definitely a dip going on, but I think if I use it as much this coming up month as I did this past month, well, 1, I'll either have hit my 30 uses on it, or 2, I think I could potentially have pan in it. So either way, I mean, I'm gonna jinx myself, but either way, I'm hoping this shade will be rolled out next month, because even though it is very beautiful, I'm getting a little tired of it. But there is that one. It's so bright. It's so like electric lime. I love it. And then my last shadow, the second one that I'm rolling out, is this NYX single in Golden Peach. I've used it a total of 15 times this month, and I had 8 uses on it for last month, so that was 23. And I mean, this shadow looks a mess because it was all crumbly. And what? You being a creep? Okay, my husband interrupted me, so I don't quite remember where I was, but I think I was saying this shadow was all crumbly and falling apart and whatever, but I do have, can you see it? Right up here. There's pan. So that is good enough for me. I'm gonna roll this one out. So what did I say? 23 total uses on it. It took me 22 times to hit pan. So that is, oh gosh. See there, I was bragging about, oops, how, oh my God, this is flaking everywhere. No. Bragging how I was doing so well at remembering swatches, and then it just kind of all went downhill. So I actually, for the most part, I actually use this as a blush topper with the Rare Beauty blush Enjoy that I had in my deck of panning project pan. I mean, I did use this on my eyes as well, but the majority of my uses came as the blush topper, but it still counts as using it. So that is my update. These are the 3 shades that we still have in. So we still have in Serotonin from Copacetic Cosmetics, Oro from Juvia's Place The Festival, and Green from Juvia's Place Zulu. So my numbers. It's not good. I mean, if you saw my retail therapy haul video, you know. I did declutter a couple palettes as well. I mean, they were just small, like 8-pan CoverGirl palettes, but I had 5 pans out of those. So I now have a total of 49 pans out of 1,296 shadows that are in a pan. My pan percentage at last update was 4.25%, and my pan percentage now is 3.78%. So I'm going in the wrong direction. I don't know if I will be able to hit 5% like I wanted to by the end of the year, and I'm a little bummed out about it, but I'm gonna keep keeping on because I have to reach 5% eventually, right? So yeah, the numbers aren't looking that great. It is what it is, and I like eyeshadow, so you know, what are you gonna do? So I already have my laptop open, and I have the random number generator up on Google. So I have 1,303 eyeshadows that could potentially roll into this project. Again, if it's something too similar to what I'm already working on, I'm going to re-roll. If it's something that I'm already working on in another project, I'm going to re-roll because I'm already working on it. So we're just gonna pick some numbers and see what we get, and hopefully we get something good and exciting. So the first number is 1,024, and the second number is 190. And I don't know that it matters for you guys, but just so you know, I do have my spreadsheet organized alphabetically by shade name, so that is how these numbers are showing up. So 1,024 is, it comes from my Juvia's Place The Berries palette. And then number 190. I'm excited, but also not, because this is a new palette. It comes from my Glaminatrix U Beauty palette, so I might have to do a special rule for that one because I don't know that I want to hit pan in it yet. But I'm gonna go grab those palettes and then come right back and show you which shades got rolled in. So the first shadow that got rolled in was number 1024 on my spreadsheet, which comes from my Juvia's Place The Berries, and it is shade number 5. So it's this bright pink. It looks like one of those sequin shadows. Like it looks, I don't think you're gonna be able to see, but it's like a matte, but it looks like it's got glitters in it. So let's, or maybe that's just fallout or overspray. I'm not quite sure, but it's a very, ooh, I actually like those two colors together, but that's a very, very bright raspberry pink. And then the second shade was number 190 on my spreadsheet, and it comes from my Glaminatrix U Beauty palette, and it is this beautiful purple right here called Chalkers. Now, this palette, one, was expensive. Two, I mean, it's not, I don't think it's technically limited edition, but because this is an indie brand and she doesn't, it's not like in stock, she has to do pre-orders, and I don't know. I'm not ready to hit pan on anything yet. So I think what I'm gonna do, and I believe that I've seen Ashley from Little Miss Lipstick do this, is when she rolls in a special shade or something, she will give it a lower number usage so that she's still using it, but she's not using it with the goal to hit pan. So that's what I'm gonna do with Chalkers, because I don't want to hit pan on anything in this yet. This is still fairly new to me, and it's just so pretty, and I don't want to have pan in it yet. So I'm just gonna do 15 uses for this shadow, but yeah, that might be cheating, but it's my take on the project, so I can do whatever I want. But those are the two new shadows, the shade number 5 from the Juvia's Place Berries and Chalkers from Glaminatrix U Beauty. So for next month, my goal is to definitely have this green out of here. It's been in, I have to look because it's been in for a long time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's been in for 3 months already, so we're going into the 4th month with this green, and that's just too long. It needs to go. So that's going to be my focus, and hopefully I can do it. Fingers crossed. And hopefully I will also actually have some bonus shades. I think this is the first month, besides like my intro, where I didn't have a bonus shade, at least for my Pan That palette, which I've been kind of neglecting. So I need to work on that a little bit more. But I just think it's so funny. I have two like very fall colors, and then these are all like, bam, spring and summer right there. And these don't really go with those. So we're gonna see what we can do, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know how your eyeshadow panning progress has been going so far this year. And I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.